These are the plays that are going to give you the best shot at winning. So, yesterday's show, we swept across the board, guys. Once again, we swept across the board. And our plays that I put on the show, we hit. And also, we had two F bombs, both in the NFL, that both ended up hitting. All right. The first one was Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had 75% probability to go under 89.5 receiving yards. And he had like 45, I think. So that one was never in doubt. All right. Even in a high scoring game like it was last night, we ended up hitting that one pretty easily. Then we went to Jordan Love, who had a 90% probability to go under 279.5 passing yards. He only had 206. So no sweat there whatsoever. The only sweat was maybe if it trickled into overtime somehow, and then he could rack up some more passing yards then. But even then, still probably would have went under that mark. And then we went to the NBA. The NBA, we had DeMar DeRozan to go over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He ended up having a great scoring game. He ended up scoring 30 points, rebounds, and assists, so he cleared that number pretty easily. He had a 72% probability to back that. All right. Last night, swept across the board there. On the show, we had Garland. Garland easily went over that 24.5 mark, so there was no sweat in that. Seen some people in the comments that said they were going to that game. So hopefully you guys took that bet and you went to the game. You had some fun. So I've seen that as well. Make sure you guys stay to the end too, because we're going to announce the winner of the $1,000 giveaway for Friday. But let's go ahead and get into today's slate. But before we do that, guess what? We have 13-3 in the F bombs in the last 13 days. So if you guys want the F bombs, go click the link in the description and get the gold membership. All right, gold. Keep telling everybody this, all right? Because people will go in there and you choose a different one and then you're asking where the F bombs are. It's the gold membership, all right? The gold membership, you get the F bombs, you get all the other picks, and you get to learn exactly how to come up with the probabilities that I put on this show each and every day. So let's go ahead and talk about today's slate. First, we have Lauri Markkanen. He has a 53% probability to go over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the worst team at guarding the small forward position. So he has the best matchup for small forwards for sure on the slate today. The percentage is not attractive. All right, 53% is not too attractive. And the number is low. All right, 25.5 is not hard for him to be able to achieve. He has to have somewhat of a decent game. The Jazz should have, a decent game today where it is competitive. They're playing the Blazers. They should have a competitive game. They shouldn't get blown out. When they get blown out, that's when he's not usually going to eclipse that mark. This should stay close, and they should be able to, feed him a bit. He is the third option on the team as usage rate. So he's behind Colin Sexton and Collins, but he still has a decent, probability to get over that 25.5 points, rebounds, and assist mark. They don't need much from him. They just need him to grab some boards and to score a decent amount of points. And that's how it happens. All right. Let's talk about last night as well. One of the plays that we had on the show, SGA. All right. I literally told you guys in that show that SGA, he's known for getting around that 38, 39, 40, 41-ish range. And he got 39. So listen, when I tell you guys these numbers, these probabilities that I show you guys, trust me, these are highly researched and really in depth. So when I sit there and say something to you guys, make sure you understand that most likely that's probably what's going to happen. All right? Because like I said, and I made a joke actually yesterday on Instagram, made a post. Sometimes I know these players better than they know themselves. All right? They should be calling me up before the night. Let me know, like, hey, Frank, am I going to do good tonight or what? Because guess what? I might be able just to predict that for them. All right? But let's go ahead and get to the next one here. We got DeMar DeRozan. We had DeMar DeRozan last night to go over. Now we're flipping the script. We're going DeMar DeRozan under 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's got a 56% probability. He's going against the 8th best team at guarding the small forward position. So there should be a little bit of resistance there. They are a favorite tonight. The Kings are. They're going against the Spurs. They are a favorite, but there's other options on this team for sure. DeRozan needs to score to be able to get over that number. All right, he has to score. The majority of his points, rebounds, and assists are coming from points. So he has to be able to put up probably 25, 26, 27 points alone to get near this number to be able to, make us lose this bet. The probability isn't attractive, obviously, 56%, There wasn't a crazy amount of higher probability stuff today in the NBA, but it is what it is. That's why I still got something to come at you guys with that you could possibly, end up rolling with. 56% probability, not the greatest, but he has a decent matchup. Again, not the greatest matchup, but a decent matchup. And he's very scoring dependent. So if he has an off game with shooting, he's not even going to come close to that number. So tonight could be one of those nights where he's on a back-to-back. Maybe, his legs get a little tired and he's not shooting as great as he was the night before, and that could definitely help us. All right, so let's go through those two one more time. Lauri Markkanen, 53% probability. That's not crazy attractive there to go over 25.5, but he could definitely get there for sure. He's going against the worst team at guarding his position, so he's the third option on the team, but he still has a decent usage rate, even being the third option. It's pretty close between Sexton, Collins, and Markkanen. It's like 24%, 24%, 22% for the usage rate. If you're wondering what a usage rate means is the offense rolling through them, pretty much. That's what that means. All right, the majority of the offensive possessions, they are split up between those three, pretty much. All right, let's get to DeMar DeRozan again. We had DeMar DeRozan over last night. He eclipsed that one easily, but he had a great shooting night. He scored. He was putting up points for sure. Tonight, on a back-to-back, maybe his legs aren't, exactly there because back-to-back, he could have some resistance going against the eighth best team at guard and small forward position. So a little resistance there with some weak legs can create maybe some off shots here, so he doesn't score as many points. He's going to have to score like 25 or 27 points to get over this 33.5 mark. So as long as he doesn't go out and just have one of those games like he did the prior night, we should be able to hit this one as well. Now let's get to everybody's most favorite part of the week. And it's probably a little bit of a surprise, to be honest, because guess what? The person that we reached out to for the $1,000 giveaway has not responded. All right? They have not responded. And their tag name was like, Hell No, I think it was. That's what their tag name was. They didn't respond. So what does that mean? That means we're rolling this over into the next Friday. $2,000 now. It's $2,000 going into next Friday. So make sure you guys comment GOAT and you are subscribed. It's very important, especially now we're getting closer to Christmas. The stakes are going up. All right, somebody missed out, so now we got $2,000 going into next Friday. So make sure you guys are subscribed. You comment GOAT. Also show some love in the comments too if you guys enjoy the show. If you guys are riding along, I know a lot of you have put some stuff in there. I'll repost your stuff. All right, so you put some cool comments in there, you'll definitely see me repost it along our social medias and stuff like that.